It's about time.
What's up guys, and welcome to this week's top 10. I thought with the brand new Wonder Woman and Justice League trailers out, it's time to do a top 10 best superhero games. So here we go, kicking it off with number 10. What do you get when you take the DC license and hand it over to the guys that make the Mortal Kombat games? Well, I'll tell you, you get something that's damn near perfection. In the form of Injustice, Gods Amongst Us. Among Us? I said the wrong word. Injustice lets you fight as a massive roster of the most popular DC characters, and I can't wait for the sequel that's around the corner. At number 9, it's time to break down that fourth wall with none other than Deadpool. Before we got an amazing Deadpool movie, there was an even more amazing Deadpool game with all the charm and witty charisma you'd expect from a psychopathic serial killer. It did the character justice, and to top it off, they had Nolan North do the voiceover. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you make a good superhero game. Coming in at number 8, everyone's favorite green rage monster, the Hulk Ultimate Destruction. Now, everyone knows that if there's one thing the Hulk is really good at, it's smashing. So why not make a game that lets the Hulk do just that? Imagine a bird without wings, a poet without a pen. Well, Hulk Ultimate Destruction is an open-world, chaotic playground waiting for you to smash. At number 7, we have the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 arcade. Back in the early 90s, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles were the coolest thing since sliced bread. Sure, they've been all CGI'd and crapified since then, but there was a time when their games were actually really, really good. Just as good as the original movies. I mean, just look at this. This is amazing. At number 6, we have The Punisher. Now, Frank Castle knows one thing, and that's how to torture the shizzle out of someone. And that's exactly what he did in the game. In fact, for its time, is probably one of the most violent games to come out. But it captured the essence of The Punisher, which is literally torture the crap out of everyone. And whoever you don't torture, just shoot in the head. I think I don't stand alone when I say it's time for a new Punisher game, guys. Listening, Marvel? Speaking of Marvel, and next up we have Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Now don't get me wrong, the second game is really good, but I personally had way more fun with Marvel vs. Capcom 3. I managed to get an Ultimate Edition, and I absolutely fell in love with the game, especially the cool cel shading graphics and just the pure brutality and speed of the game. I personally think it's one of the best fighters ever made, let alone the best Marvel game. At number 4, and I think my spider sense is tingling, it's SpiderMan 2. Probably the best superhero game to ever hit the PlayStation 2 system. And unfortunately, the games that came after the Spider-Man game never managed to capture the feeling of actually swinging around New York City as Spider-Man. However, it does look like the brand new Spider-Man game by Insomniac looks to go back to the Spider-Man 2 roots, and I can't wait to play it. At number 3, and it's XMen Origins Wolverine, bub. Now, it's very rare that a video game based on a movie is actually better than the movie itself, because the XMen Origins Wolverine movie was a pile of steaming horse poop. The game is a perfect example of what the movie should have been, which is an R-rated gore fest starring one of Marvel's most famous iconic characters. At number 2, and it's back to the arcades for X-Men Arcade. Easily the best X-Men game ever made, and if you played this in arcades, you'll know that you got to stand shoulder to shoulder with 4 of your best mates. And you could pick any character that you wanted and take on Magneto and his evil empire. What an amazing game. I actually remember playing this in the arcades, wasting my pocket money, and I don't regret a single cent. But the best superhero game of all time has to be Batman, wait for it, Arkham Asylum. Now I know the other Batman games were exceptionally good, but there was no feeling like playing Arkham Asylum for the very first time. I think that they absolutely nailed the formula, and the other games did a good job of replicating it, but it wasn't the first time. And everyone knows the first time is always the best. Well, there you have it, guys. They're my top 10 best superhero games of all time. If you have a suggestion for something that should be on the list, let me know in the comments below. Until next time, take care.